Oh, you thought celebrities always keep it classy? Think again. Welcome to your channel, and today we're counting down our top 10 celebrity feuds caught on camera. From live TV meltdowns to elevator beatdowns, these celebs did not hold back. Which feud shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments. Let's get into it. Top 10 Kid Rock versus Tommy Lee. Kicking things off at number 10, and yes, we're starting with actual fists. Kid Rock, Tommy Lee, the 2007 VMAs, and one very unlucky bystander with a camera. These two were already on thin ice. Tommy had been sending Kid Rock nasty emails during his divorce from Pamela Anderson. So when Rock overheard Lee talking to him at Diddy, he didn't ask questions. He threw hands. Oh, and all of this went down while Alicia Keys was on stage covering Freedom by George Michael. Freedom. The irony is chef's kiss. And in the aftermath, Tommy Lee went online and called Kid Rock Kid Pebble, a jealous, no-career country bumpkin. Petty? Absolutely. Hilarious? 100%. Number 9, Dakota Johnson versus Ellen DeGeneres. Now, number 9 proves you don't need a single thrown punch to absolutely destroy someone on camera. It was 2019. Dakota Johnson was a guest on The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Everything seemed fine until Ellen made one tiny mistake. She asked why Dakota didn't invite her to her birthday party. A pause for effect. Dakota smiled, took a breath, and said, "Actually, Ellen, I did invite you." The audience went silent. Ellen's smile cracked, and just like that, the first domino fell. By 2020, producers were coming forward calling Ellen's workplace toxic. By 2021, the show was done. And Dakota? She threw 50 Shades of Shade on the Drew Barrymore show without even breaking a sweat. Iconic. Truly iconic. Number 8, Rosie O'Donnell versus Elizabeth Hasselbeck. Because nothing says morning talk show like two women absolutely losing it on live television. It's 2007 on The View. Democrat Rosie O'Donnell, Republican Elizabeth Hasselbeck, the Iraq War, and a friendship being torn apart in real time. Rosie was furious. Conservative media had twisted her words, and she needed her friend Hasselbeck to defend her. Hasselbeck didn't. And then it just erupted. Shouting, crying, Joy Behar desperately begging producers for a commercial break. The producers, they let it air, because of course they did. Why would you cut away from that? Number 7, Kenya Moore versus Portia Williams. Oh, you knew Real Housewives was going to show up on this list. You just knew it. At the Season 6 reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Kenya Moore decided to antagonize Portia Williams with a megaphone on a stage in front of everyone. And Portia, she launched off that couch like a missile, grabbed Kenya by the hair, and chaos. Beautiful, messy, Bravo-engineered chaos ensued. Here's the twist, though. Kenya was so disliked that all the other housewives ran to comfort Portia. The villain lost this round. And years later, comedian Michael Rappaport decided to tell Kenya Moore to her face that she was the villain that day. Buddy, that did not go well for him. Not even a little bit. Number 6, Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. Number 6, and this one comes with a warning. Do not talk about Cardi B's children. I am serious. New York Fashion Week 2018, one of the biggest nights in the fashion world, and Cardi B heard that Nicki Minaj had been making comments about her parenting. So she took off her heel and threw it. She ended up with a massive knot on her forehead after a scuffle with Nicki's security, but she still walked away with her head held high. Literally. You could see the bump from space. And let's be honest, this wasn't even Cardi B's first shoe-throwing rodeo. Back on Love and Hip Hop, she launched a heel at Asia Davies like she was warming up for the big leagues. Impressed. Absolutely impressed. At least she's consistent. She really truly lives what she raps. Number 5, Justin Bieber versus Orlando Bloom. Number 5, and honestly, the crowd reactions alone make this one legendary. Ibiza 2014. Justin Bieber walks into a restaurant. Orlando Bloom, yes, Legolas himself, stands up and swings. The crowd, they cheered. See, Bieber had been linked to Bloom's ex-wife Miranda Kerr in 2012, and Bloom had been spotted with Bieber's ex Selena in 2014. So really, this was a long time coming. Public opinion on Bieber was at rock bottom at this point. Almost nobody sympathized with him. Fast forward to today, Bieber's got Hailey, Bloom's got Katie, and everyone's living happily ever after. But that swing, that moment, lives forever on the internet. Number 4, Tyra Banks versus Naomi Campbell. Number 4 gets a little deeper because this one started with a young girl looking up to her idol and getting her heart broken. When Tyra Banks first entered the modeling world in the 90s, she idolized Naomi Campbell, and Naomi was ice cold to her, dismissive, cruel even. Tyra carried that hurt for years, so in 2005 she did what anyone with a talk show would do and invited Naomi on camera to hash it out. And Naomi, she sat there, nodded along, said all the right words, apologized generically, and looked like she could not care less. Tyra was sobbing, Naomi was unbothered. It was one of the most passive-aggressive television moments ever captured. Naomi didn't even blink. Respect the commitment to not caring, honestly. Number 3, Mariah Carey versus Nicki Minaj. Oh, number 3, buckle up. When Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj both joined American Idol as judges in 2012, producers probably thought, two legends, great for ratings. Ironic laugh. What they got was a full season of barely contained war on live television. Here's what makes this tragic as much as dramatic. Nicki grew up idolizing Mariah. She was a fan, and somewhere between the auditions and the finale, that admiration curdled into something ugly. They argued on set, they trashed each other in interviews, they openly despised each other on camera in a way celebrities almost never do. They even released a song together back in 2010 before things went south. Could you imagine if they put the ego aside and collaborated again? Yeah, sweet, sweet fantasy. Number 2, Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. Respectful, legendary energy. Number 2, and we're stepping into true legendary territory now. Ali and Frazier fought 3 of the most historic bouts in boxing history, but the war started on camera, and it started early. 5 days before their second fight in 1974, they sat down together on ABC's Wide World of Sports to watch footage of their first match. What started as commentary turned into insults, turned into trash talk, and then, right there in the TV studio, they grabbed each other and started fighting. Ali's strategy was always psychological. Get inside your opponent's head before you ever step foot in the ring. And it worked. He rattled Frazier, won the rematch days later. 2 absolute giants, the greatest rivalry in sports history. And it started with a couch and a TV screen. And finally, number 1, Solange Knowles versus Jay-Z. Hushed, building. This is the big one. $1 billion in an elevator. Pause. May 2014, the Met Gala afterparty. Security footage captures something nobody was supposed to see. Solange Knowles full force attacking her brother-in-law Jay-Z in an elevator. And Beyoncé standing there, not intervening, just watching. The family released a statement, vague, polished, PR perfection. But the internet had already seen the footage. It couldn't be unseen. Fans believe Solange was furious over Jay-Z's infidelity to Beyoncé, infidelity that Bey herself would later address through her Lemonade album. But the full truth behind that elevator? Still one of Hollywood's greatest mysteries. And that's why it sits at number 1. So, which feud had your jaw on the floor? Kid Rock and Tommy Lee, Cardi's flying heel, or that elevator moment that shook the entire entertainment world? Drop your pick in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe so you never miss our next breakdown.